Hi guys, welcome to Khong Driving, and today we're very fortunate to be able to give you a first glance of the new facelifted Myvi 1.5. This is the AV, which actually means advanced version. A little bird told me that. And this is the top of the range Myvi that you can get. It costs 58,800. Okay, the Myvi comes with a new front mask, which actually makes it look wider now. You get a wider grille with LED headlamps, and these are LED lights here. And I think it looks a lot better than the old one. So in terms of appearance, top points. From the back, slightly different, and the rear bumper is different, and it has this little black accent at the bottom, and I think they have done quite a good job. Up here you get a little mini spoiler, and the rear stop lamp is here, and of course a very important feature, the rear wiper, which I found was very good yesterday in the drive down, because when it rained the rear end tends to get a bit misted up, and so the wiper did a great job. Along the sides you get 15-inch wheels with Goodyear 185/55 R15, and for the AV I see here blacked out mirrors, and of course signal on the wing mirror, blacked out little garnish here, and it makes the car look very nice and sporty, especially because it matches here. The black is carried on all the way to the back, and also the blacked out mirror fits in very well with the car, and that includes this blacked out window surround that gives it that little bit of sportiness. Okay, at the front you get coil spring suspension built on McPherson struts, and the brakes are ventilated discs with a single pot floating caliper. And at the rear you get a torsion beam setup with coil springs and also drum brakes. This is the 1.5 liter engine that comes from the Toyota and Daihatsu group. Yes, they also have the 1.3 which is the 1329 cc unit that goes into the Beza, and this one looks like it's the same engine as the previous one, so the engine has not been changed. So this engine pulls around 105 to 106 horsepower, and it's more than adequate to run this car because it gives you a good combination between fuel economy and outright power. Now what is new though is actually down there, and that's the CVT gearbox. This replaces the 4-speed auto transmission that the Myvi had, and well, a lot of people will be wondering how it behaves. Well, based on my experience and my test drive, the car actually runs a lower RPM per kilometer of speed, especially in top gear. So at around 80 to 90 we are just tootling along at a little bit over 1,500 RPM. So the speed per 1,000 RPM is around 55 kilometers per hour. And based on my previous estimate, I think it was around 40 kilometers per hour per 1,000 RPM. So this one actually ticks over at a lower engine speed, and therefore that gives you better fuel economy. We've done a fuel consumption test, and the claim result based on their test condition is about 22 kilometers per liter. Well, watch our fuel consumption video and you will see what is the difference. The engine runs aluminum block and of course aluminum cylinder head. The exhaust is still at the front and the intake is at the back, but this one runs a plastic intake, so with plastic molding it is actually more efficient. The intake hole itself is quite high up, is right here, so guys, you can rest assured that you can actually navigate through the flash floods of Kuala Lumpur quite safely. This is just underneath the bonnet, so it's very high, so you can go through the water with some confidence. In terms of the body construction, it's very sturdy. You can see here the main frame here has reinforcements, and the skin actually just covers the outside. The main frame is the strong part. This is the wheel well, and it looks really sturdy. And at the top of the strut you can see actually a reinforcement that runs across the body to the other side, and this kind of holds the suspension together. So this is a very rigid body, and that also helps to explain why the car is so stable, because there's less body flex. Let's try getting into the car. With the car in lock position, I like this because the wing mirror folds, and this is a very good indicator, because when you walk away from the car and you want to check whether you have forgotten to lock the car or not, you just look at the wing mirror. If it's folded, it means the car is locked. Now, there's no touch sensor. You cannot get into the car by just putting your hand into the door handle, but there's a little black button here. You can press it and it unlocks. The door opens very wide. Let's check the back door. Oh, back door is locked. There's another lock there, and there's a central lock button. You can actually open the back door, and it opens quite wide too. Okay, back to the front. You get, if you like red, this is it. Red and black leather seat, and this is of course the AV. It's got everything. Let's see, getting into the car is very easy. Yes, so you can get into the car and sit. Let's start the engine. It's quite hot. Yeah, so it's keyless start, and you can adjust the seat fore and aft, and also this is the rake, and also you have a seat height adjustment. Not bad. It tells me my steering is turned to the right. I've corrected it, and now it tells me my door is open. Okay, I like the seats. They are sort of like semi-bucket, and they hold you quite well. I would say that the build quality is quite good. For this price, 58,800 ringgit, well, everything is nice, and the steering wheel is nice and small. No pedal shifts, of course. You have steering controls and a very nice looking dashboard with some hint of red. So there's plenty of headroom, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we have 6 airbags, which is also quite wonderful for a car in this price. So you can say that Perodua is actually leading the market in this category. Okay, here's looking at the rear seats. Getting in and out is very easy because the doors open wide. The legroom is pretty good. I think they've done a good job. That is in my normal driving position, and here I am sitting at the back. The seats are rigged very nicely, slightly slanted so you can be a bit more relaxed, and yeah, they made the seat a bit thin, and there is plenty of leg room. For me, there's about 8 inches of leg room, and I think Perodua have done a good job. And of course you have the tapau hook, 2 of them at the back, and also a handbag hook for you to hook your handbag at the back. And what's this? Oh, that's a USB port here. Okay, here's a view of the car from the back. You have your tapau hook here and here, so that's 2 tapau hooks. They can be folded up and down, and that is a handbag hook, and this is a USB port down here. The red and black color scheme from the front is carried through to the back, and so there are actually only 2 headrests. This is officially designated as a 5-seater, but the center seat does not have a headrest, and there is no... Does it open? Okay, it looks like it's a 60-40 split, but the seats are quite comfortable. So they have 4 grab handles. The oh my god handles, there are 4, and I think Perodua have done a very good job in terms of space utilization. Alright, let's have a look at the rear boot. Opening is very easy. Just put your finger inside here and open it up. Okay size lah, there's a split though, and I don't know the boot capacity, but it's about the same as the previous one. And they have a removable tonneau cover which you can unhook, because this is what causes it to come up and down with the boot lid, and you can actually split the seat by pulling on a little lever here, and you can push it down, so you have 60-40 split. Okay, here's the boot area. Very convenient. They have a little hole here for you to put your finger in, and it's actually just one simple cover, and voila, you get a full-sized alloy rim spare. That's very good. Thank you, Perodua, for being so thoughtful. I would have thought they would use a space saver, but no, they decided to put in a full-size alloy rim spare. Okay, here's looking at the Myvi's interior. So starting from that side, you can see the instrument panel and driver's cockpit. Very nice, very well appointed. I especially like the red accent because it matches with the black and red seats very well, and it really is a job that is well done, I must say. And the instrument panel is analog. You also get to see the fuel consumption. So if you see the number 13.2 kilometers per liter, that is the average fuel consumption that I have achieved from KL to JB. Now our fuel consumption run was done at a lower speed and it was much better, but this is the indication of the overall fuel consumption, which shows 13.2, and I've been idling this car for the past 1 hour here, sitting inside here to do the walk around. You get a touchscreen audio and also digital controls for the aircon, which is quite good. So on the left you see the red accent continued, and that completes the entire front dashboard view of the Myvi. I think it's a very good attempt for an entry-level car. Okay guys, thanks very much for being with us for this walk around. I hope you liked the video. If you have any comments or queries, please do put them down in the comment section below, and don't forget to share and like. Yeah, so thanks very much, and till we meet again, bye bye.